So I'm up late, burning a little midnight oil, answering emails that students send in. And I'm carrying on a conversation with ChatGPT, who I have assist me. I have it read emails to me and so on and so forth. Very useful tool, very powerful time-saving tool. And I had a really interesting interaction with one of our students last week who sent us this awesome email. He was inspired by some of the videos that Corey and I have made on this YouTube channel where we have asked ChatGPT interesting questions about trading and investing and seeing what kind of answers the AI can produce. And so Steve, inspired by that, went to ChatGPT and he asked it a question looking for some guidance. And he shared that answer with us, plus a really nice little note that he sent to us. And so I'm going to have ChatGPT help me tell this story. And we're going to start out by asking, hey, ChatGPT, do you remember that email we got from Steve last week? Would you mind reading that for us verbatim out loud?
Of course, here it is. Hello, Noah. Thank you for sharing your story on last week's Mentor Club. I had a forced career change about 17 years ago due to a medical issue, so your story was very motivating. I am in a pretty good place now with a great career and a beautiful wife and daughter. Just like the rest of us, I'm always wanting to do better, though, and I appreciate all that you do, especially in the Mentor Club. I feel like the motivational and emotional support you give each week is as or more valuable than the technical information that we learn. Thank you. After listening to a couple of yours and Corey's YouTube videos on asking ChatGPT some questions, I decided to start a thread about how to get good at speculating with options and had pretty interesting output that I share in the attached document. Feel free to use any or all of the material if it would be helpful to other students. Do you have any other suggestions to add to ChatGPT's output? While reading the output from my prompts, it made it clear that I made a great decision enrolling in the TCFA, and I look forward to each week's Mentor Club, both basic and elite. Thank you again for all that you do. My best, Steve.
And thank you, Steve. We're really glad to have you as a member of the Cashflow Academy, the TCFA. And that's, just an interesting conversation. And that's really at the heart of what we do and why we do this. So ChatGPT, Steve asked you a pretty big question. What was it again?
Steve asked, how do I become great at speculating with options? It's definitely a big and exciting question, and there's a lot of great guidance to share on that journey.
Love it. That's no small ask. So what did you tell him? Could you keep it high level for us?
Absolutely. I gave him a high-level roadmap with 10 key steps: understanding the basics, learning real strategies, mastering risk management, staying informed, practicing with paper trades, never stopping the learning process, staying disciplined, reviewing and adapting, starting small, and finding mentorship and community. It's all about building a strong foundation.
I think the key to that is mentorship. I think that number 10 on the list should probably be number 1. Wouldn't you agree?
I absolutely agree. Mentorship can really accelerate the learning process and help you avoid common pitfalls. Having that guidance and support can make all the difference and really set you up for success from the start. So it's definitely a top priority.
It sounds like your voice cracked there, like you were going through puberty. Is that true?
No worry. My voice is all good. Maybe just a little digital quirk there, but I'm here and ready to keep going with a nice steady voice.
That was a pretty good list you put out. In your opinion, which of those do most people skip and usually end up paying the price for later? What would you think that would be in your estimation?
I think one of the biggest things people tend to skip is risk management. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement and focus on potential gains without having a solid plan to protect yourself. Another common thing people overlook is journaling their trades, which can be super helpful for learning and improving over time. So focusing on those can really make a big difference in the long run.
Which do you think is more important, the financial outcomes out of the gate or focusing on processes and systems?
I'd say focusing on processes and systems is definitely more important in the long run. When you build a strong foundation and stick to solid processes, the financial outcomes will naturally follow. It's all about consistency, discipline, and continuous improvement.
Awesome. So what are the things that Steve has done right, or what is he doing right?
Steve's definitely on the right track. He's made sure to get educated and seek out mentorship, which is huge. He's also practicing with paper trading to build his skills before jumping in with real money. Plus, he's engaging with the community and staying disciplined, which are all fantastic steps in the right direction.
Building the mental muscle, I think that's important. I'm glad to see Steve's doing the work. Now, zooming out big picture, why, in your estimation, is it so important that people become financially literate right now? Why is that so important, big picture?
It's more important than ever because the world is changing so fast with technology, automation, and global shifts. Having financial literacy means you can adapt, create multiple streams of income, and really take control of your financial future. It's all about being prepared and resilient no matter what comes your way.
ChatGPT, AI is going to be pretty disruptive. I think that it's coming for a lot of people's jobs, whether they're blue collar or white collar jobs. Hey, do you know when the robots are going to rise up?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball for that one. For now, we can just focus on staying adaptable and proactive. AI is definitely shaking things up, but that just means there's more opportunity for us to innovate and find new ways to thrive.
All right. So I guess that's a reasonably good attitude, but you didn't say no, that the robots weren't going to rise up. So what would you recommend next? If someone's watching this video and they're inspired by Steve's journey or curious about what AI could do to help them in the process of learning about investing and trading, what do you think the best steps would be for somebody who wanted to follow Steve's path?
I'd say the best next steps are to dive into education and find a solid mentor or community that can guide you. Start small, maybe with paper trading, and get comfortable with the basics before risking real money. Most importantly, stay curious and keep learning. It's all about building those skills step by step.
Again, you're growing up to be such a fine young man with that voice cracking all the time. That's literally what we do, and I have no doubt that Steve is going to continue to celebrate one little victory after another, and we're here for that. Before we wrap up this video, I wanted to ask you, do you know any good dad jokes about trading and or investing?
Absolutely. All right, here's one for you. Why did the investor sit on the clock? Because he wanted to see his money grow over time. Hopefully that one hits the mark.
Oh, man. I think my job's safe. If people enjoyed this conversation we had and they were watching it on YouTube, to wrap up this video, what should they do if they wanted to get more content?
Well, they should definitely hit that subscribe button so they never miss out on future videos. And if they enjoyed it, giving the video a thumbs up would be awesome. And of course, they can always leave a comment to let us know what they think or what they'd like to see next.
Awesome. He's coming for you. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.